If you load it up big, you better clear the rest. The solvent list takes away all my stress. Life's been feeling like kind of a mess. I'll never let a hater make me think less, because everything before this was just a test.
Bagsy Chronicles.
Yeah, we've been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying meditated.
Hello. Welcome to the Bagseed Chronicles. I am your host, Uncle Dig. As always, it has been too long, but I have a lovely show for you today. I have been wallowing in whatever I've been wallowing in. I have a wonderful show for you today. There isn't a guest today, just 2 or 3 micro segments. It is time for a variety show, ladies and gentlemen. April wasn't a very productive content month. Maybe next month will be better. We shall see. I have been having a bit of a time in April booking guests, so we might go away from that for a little while. I do have one interview in the bank, which I will be releasing next. I'm not going to tell you who it is, because that's a good way to invite disaster into your life. If you're a podcaster, to tell everyone what you've got going on before you have the file processed. So I don't. And I don't tell my friends when guests are coming on, because every time I do that, they don't show up. Company send me free shit, and I'm gonna talk about it. You can listen to it or not. I don't really give a fuck if this product's hot. Yeah. An embarrassingly long amount of time ago, Lucas gave me a beautiful green and gold ashtray from Hier to review for our show. And I am just getting to that review now. But I am using the hell out of this thing. It comes apart very completely, so you can deep clean it to keep the smell down. It is made out of like a milled metal. The handle on the lid comes off, so you can pack bowls with it or roll joints with it. The website suggested you could use the handle as a guide to roll with. I don't use it for that, and I am worried it might lose it because it doesn't screw in. It just kind of friction mounts with some little rubber. One little nitpick, but what it is cool is you could turn it upside down and use it as a debowler in the ashtray. Now, this is a hefty metal ashtray. It has a flush fitting lid, which makes it perfect for blunts. When you drop your blunt in this thing and you put on the lid, it almost completely traps the smell. I haven't found a better ashtray for this purpose. It also has a nice sloped rim that holds any size rolled smoking apparatus from Canagars to large Toro cigars. I highly recommend this as a blunt ashtray, and Lucas is not getting this thing back. Some products have a fancy pants X factor, right? A lot of early Apple stuff had this. The stuff just felt spendy and heavy and premium. This ashtray is premium. Honestly, it's too good for me. Maybe it's not too good for you. Seriously, this ashtray is like a nice automatic watch. Gives you imposter syndrome. Anyway, like when I drop the lid of this ashtray and it clinks into place. Oh, man. You can get this oh, God, that stinks. Oh, I shouldn't have opened it in my studio. You can you can get this ashtray on Air's website. Scream at them to give me money. Lucas might like some money as well. If you'd like to give Uncle Dig stuff for free, send an email to uncledig4@gmail.com. Uncle Dig's garden update. Hello. It is May 8th, 2025. Although that doesn't matter for me yet, although it should. I am way behind in the outdoor grow, so I'm still trapped under the eternal sunshine of my LED grow lights. Let's talk about the studio grow, which is finished, and in which I set new harvest records. So I set a new plant record on both of the bigger plants I grew in the 2x2s, and then the smaller plant was very respectable. Let's talk about that smaller plant first. Let's bury the lead a little bit. That smaller plant, Star Fruits, came in at 2.76 ounces, which I'm always happy with as an autoflower harvest, or I have been historically. I'm usually happy with more than 2 ounces. Now let's talk about the next one that did the next biggest yield. The Titan 9 autoflower, right? The first plant from Multiverse Beans I ever grew. Well, one of the first two. Set a new yield record for me. The Titan 9 yielded 4.612 ounces. That's pretty good. That's very good. And the other plant that I grew broke that record almost immediately. Blue Eyes White Dragon from my buddy Gem Seeker. 4.826 ounces. Guys, I was so happy when I barely broke 4 ounces last time on my auto indoor, and I'm looking at a pretty hefty percentage increase. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy. And you might want thinking, well, what are the common denominators in this grow that changed? I was a little bit better about environmental control than I have been in the past. My watering was on point. I didn't overwater anyone, I don't think once. And Bokashi Earthworks gave me some free fertilizer, which seemed to fill out my recycled mix and make it a little more efficacious for the plants. All of these genetics were provided to me for free. Paul from Multiverse Beans gave me the Titan 9 and the Starfruit seeds. And Gemseeker Genetics, who's still holding my yield record, gave me the Blue Eyes White Dragon seeds. Awesome. I'm so excited with how this grow went. And I hope that my next autoflower grows are as successful. Speaking of my next autoflower grow, I'm already in the middle of it. I am getting ready to harvest the Blue Eyes White Dragon at 73 days in the 4x4. So I'm excited about that. And all the other plants are around there, a little bit more, a little bit less. Some of them germinated after, some of them germinated before. But around there, they're all around 70 to 80 days. So that's really exciting. So we're going to be coming up on my last, maybe my last indoor harvest of 2025. I'm not sure. But I had some issues in the 4x4. The plants have been, in general, getting bigger. That's because I've been getting better at watering. I kind of understand the best practices with autoflowers now. And I've been amending a little more aggressively when my medium is depleted. So I've been doing that. However, it got way too hot in there, and I was trying to run a 24-hour light cycle with the light turned all the way up. And so I bleached the plants a little bit and kind of stunted their growth. I also had to skirt them because of how dense they were packed in there, because they're 6. Really, I should only grow 4 in there next time. So ran into some issues with heat and stuff, but I'm going to have a harvest, so I'm very excited about that. But some of the plants might not be as beautiful finishing as they have in the past, although, the Gorilla Cookies is kept its color. It didn't bleach as much as the other, but I think that's because it's in a lighter mix. The more nutrient-rich mix bleached more. I don't know if that's genetics or if that's because the mix was richer, it like burned more when it got hot. I don't know. By richer, I mean I added more nutrients to it than I normally do to see if I could push more intense growth. So I probably won't do that again next time. I'll keep being kind of conservative with how much dry amendments I use. Although I will be following the feed schedule from Bokashi Earthworks next time instead of just winging it, which is what I've been doing, which is not always a good idea. But I'm still going to have a harvest. I don't know how much. I think each plant's going to be a little less than they were in my studio, but I still think I'm probably going to pull more than 2 ounces a plant, which would be good, because 2 ounces a plant, 2 times 6, that'd be 12 ounces, which would be good. But I mean, and not that good apparently, because I pulled 4 ounces off of each plant in here. I don't know. I don't know what my yields are going to be like. I'm having a really fun time doing some more experimentation. I think next year what I'm going to do is I'm going to veg under a 24-hour light cycle and then switch to an 18-6 during flowering for my autoflowers. Not necessarily because they need that, but just to help me manage heat as winter turns into spring. Not sure yet. Not sure what I'm doing for the next run, but I'll keep you posted. We're getting ready for the outdoor season, which I'm really far behind on, but I'd love to talk about. Am attempting a very, very late in the game pheno hunt. I have started one feminized seed, a CBD Dutch treat. It's very old. I don't know if it's going to germinate. And then I've started 15 other seeds, hoping to get 6 females. I have 5 Aga's Banana Patch from Red Scare Seed Company. He's been on the show before. Lovely man. We've also got some Funk Runts from Brainstrap Genetics. I've never met Brainstrap, but I got this pack of seeds a few years ago in a Veterans Day giveaway. And I'm just getting to them now, so I hope they pop. And then I'm also going for some new seeds. Some seeds from a seed company I've never popped before also. Bokashi Earthworks. I've got gifted me a pack of their Purple Punch crossed with their Black Lime Reserve. And I've heard Brandon Rust, he's also been on the Bag Seed Chronicles. I've heard him talk about how Purple Punch is a beautiful plant, but it's not very potent, but the Black Lime Reserve kind of adds potency to whatever he crosses it with, so I'm hoping that I get a really potent purple plant. We'll see what happens. And we'll see if I even get a female. I popped 5 each of those. I'm looking forward to see what happens, but nothing is above the surface yet. So, like I said, it's May 8th, and I am really late to the game, but I think it'll still work out for me. We'll see what happens. Grow weed. That's it for my garden update, guys. Let's overgrow the world. All right, I'm going to... Oh, he just... Oh, shit. Okay. Thank you for listening to the Bag Seed Chronicles. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. Peace out.